And we're going to start things off, with the man himself, Neighbor. Let's see what they're going to do here right at the break.
Yeah, he takes a couple shots, puts a couple shots down, backs up. Well, that's not looking good. Those guys aren't playing on their team. Flamesword having a little bit of a controller setting crisis. Maybe they didn't get those set up before the game started, but either way, right now, the team, they're just kind of playing defense while Flamesword gets situated here back in the game.
Oh, man. You hate to see the buttons get configured and everything, but even then, though, they still retain that map control, and that player there is going to be tucked away in the corner. And this is a lot of pressure. Look at that beautiful placement on that nade, man. He's going to go and possibly get the double. Yes, he does. And now Neighbor and the squad, they're just going to collapse onto the base and start to pull this one forward by Carbine's side. They have the support and the backup.
Yeah, and you can see Neighbor, what he's trying to do right now is he is initially blocking that car 2 spawn, making sure the flag guy can get in there. Also kind of baiting the flag carrier a little bit, seeing if there's anyone chasing for a back smack. Maybe he's coming off spawn over towards that bubble and trying to get into the base. And then once he moves past and is now blocking his own spawn, pushes into the base, that first flag cap comes in, and that is perfectly executed. And I'll tell you what's a little scary, Golden Boy, is for the first 45 seconds of this game, it was a 3v4, and we have not seen anything yet out of Ryders.
Yeah, they've been shut down. I think one player managed to push over to the other side to try and make a flag pull, but now we're on board with Monixide, who's going to have one in front of him. Good shots, clean shots. It's going to keep him alive over at P2. Just has to keep himself alive long enough, and there's some pressure. There's the stick, though. But he gets blown up right away. Where's Dave? He wants to talk about that. You know he'll talk about the instant explosions all the time. But now over to Climax, and Climax is done. It will not be reached. He will instead be going back to the respawn screen.
He didn't just do that.
I didn't do anything.
But
I
as you can
don't
see,
know what you're talking about.
you can see Ryders. I mean, it's not like they don't know what they're doing. They're locking down bubble. They're getting people consistently into P2, and they're trying to maintain some map control. As they take out Neighbor there, they're actually putting up a little bit better of a fight than I was initially thinking, based on what we saw in that last series with Tox. I mean, 250 to 11, 5-0. There was just no competition there for them whatsoever. But I like what we're seeing from Ryders. Even though they're down 1, they're still putting a pretty good fight. Some great shots coming out of these guys, and they're actually, picking up kills at least.
And I also think it's the initial shock as well, right? You kind of just get thrown into the game, and you're like, holy crap, I got to play some Halo. And then you look at the people that you're going up against on the other side of the stage, and you're like, I got to play Halo against Neighbor. Wow. This is where things start to get a little dicey, though. It's Status Quo going to start making this flag pull.
Yeah, are we sure this is Neighbor? Oh, there it is. Okay, he gave the flag over. I was wondering, that's Neighbor. We're only 3 minutes into the game. He's running the flag already?
Double. Neighbor picks up the double. That should be number 2, and Status Quo goes up. Flamesword's looking to get the back-to-back here and put them up 3-0. Good run. He's taking some opposition. He's going to eat that. No, he lives. I thought he was going to eat the nade on the floor, but that's number 3.
Yeah, you see Flamesword. He's clearly been working out a lot, hitting that flag forward, bringing it all the way back home. You can see now on board with Assault. Now, Assault, he's got to be one of the highest sensitivity players.
Yeah.
In like
what
the
does
top
he roll
8.
Right now?
I don't know. He changes it a lot, I think, but it's definitely a lot higher than what we see from most other players.
Yeah, no, I'm rocking like that 2 cents. And boys out here like.
Yeah, plus we get half senses now. It's something we never had back in the day.
That's right. That's right. I was actually trying out 2.5. Felt
plus
really
horizontal
weird.
versus vertical. Well,
yes.
A lot of things. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm just going to say this. If these settings already existed when I was competing, I would have never lost a tournament ever.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, totally. 100%. I'm sure everyone else feels the exact same way, Kyle.
Oh!
Assault stays alive on P3. That battle just went south quickly for that member of Ryders. Flamesword playing defense around his flag, knows a player is going to be hanging out right by their car bubble. And I think at this point that player just kind of has the fear of God in him because he does not want to push forward, and he gets blown up immediately. That is going to be Status Quo just regrouping inside of their base, waiting for this next push to start.
Yeah, I mean, Status Quo, I thought maybe that was going to happen.
Yeah.
They do a really good job of not overcommitting to fights. You can see Flamesword, he gets taken a weak, he pulls back, he's hiding below the base. He's not sitting in a vulnerable position where he's giving Ryders an opportunity to respond to those one-shot call-outs and actually pick off kills.
What I really love about Halo 3, and I don't know why, Neighbor, none of those shots seem to be registering. Bungie, how could you? So one thing I was going to say, though, about Halo 3, and one of the things I really enjoy about this game, even though, as I was saying, this neighbor was having these shots, is that you can have a variety of play styles. You can play that slow, position-based gameplay, focus on team shots. You can also just, you know, like, to use a Halo 5 term, just fly in their face and just get as aggressive as you possibly can. Like, some players like to play the game in a much different way. There's like no one true way to play in Halo 3, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but you just see so many unique approaches to the game, and that's what makes it so fun.
You know, when I was playing, the one thing I would always say, it's not always that you have to make the right decision, because, you know, there's tons of different things that may work out, and it really depends on what the other team is doing a lot of times. But as long as you're doing it as a squad, you can get away with a lot of things, just like you pointed out. You can either be flying at the map or playing really slow, but if two guys are flying and two guys are playing slow, that's when things might fall apart. You just have to make sure it's like a coordinated
Everyone has to
effort.
have a plan. Everyone needs to have a plan of attack here. Ace, he tried to make that pull happen, but as we were going on about playstyles in Halo 3, well, guess what? Ryders put one on the board against Status Quo. Huge opportunity for them here. They need to keep this one going, keep putting the pressure on SQ.
Yeah, and you can see there's one player over there towards Carbine, or actually both sides of Car here. Neighbor, he's on P3. He's trying to put those shots down. He was having a little bit of trouble earlier, as you could see the player P3 just moments ago that was able to finish off that kill. But now we're seeing that map control really kind of transition. Nobody from SQ is over towards Carbine side. They're trying to lock down P and control of their base.
Jeez, beautiful shots from Neighbor. Always putting shots down, always supporting, and then when you need him to, he's cleaning up the kills. The guy just hasn't really skipped a beat.
Yeah, he's always been really good at being that main slayer for the team and a very high damage output. Now, on a map like Heretic, that's exactly what you have to have. If your flanks aren't working out or you're not consistently putting shots down, there's just so many lines of sight. You need to always be shooting.
I actually really like this slow play here from Assault. He doesn't get too crazy. He doesn't try and push into the flag room. He just wants to see if he can support his teammate, but he won't stay alive. He didn't drop the flag in time. That player just jumped right in there. And Ryders, they're going to have that flag away from the base. Flamesword can't make the play and return it, so we're just going to have a standoff here between these two teams. Who's going to get around and make the play? It's going to be Neighbor. He's returning the flag, and he does not return the flag in time, doesn't win the battle, and now it's going to be 3-2. Ryders one flag away from tying this one up.
Yeah, Ryders doing an amazing job not giving up here in this match and fighting back. 3-2 now, and Neighbor, like we saw, he was so close to returning that flag, and I was actually kind of surprised that we had Ryders even get the return on their own flag in that situation.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked because, you know, you see Neighbor, he's making this desperation play, and you're looking at where he is in the base, and it just wasn't working. But now Monixide, this guy's heating up. He's hitting all these shots. He's pulling the flag. He's making the plays happen here. They're calling things out. They're watching their corners. They're watching everything to see if Monixide can win this one. No, he's going to fall down, but he will have a teammate there, I believe, on the follow-up. No, okay, he was the only one on that side of the map. And then Climax over in his base, just fending it off from Status Quo, and also he was getting some good support there too from that guy by Carbine.
Yeah, that was TimesKnight there doing a great job recognizing the callouts and putting some help down here for the squad. And you can see a little bit of that Status Quo team shot we were talking about. Players P3, competitors side of the bit. You know what I'm going to say? That's kind of a long shot. I almost say Ryders is shooting better than SQ right now.
Oh, wow. That's a bold move, Time.
Yeah, I don't think they have the the same kind of potential as a team, and their team shot's not going to be quite as strong. But individually, they are locking down P2 and doing an amazing job at maintaining control for the times that they have it.
Yeah, but now this is where Status Quo starts to shine. They get players down, they start snowballing that. Everyone starts pushing out one by one, and then they pay for that dearly because they don't have bodies to be able to set anything up. That will be number 4. Status Quo one cap away from winning this game, but it has not been easy. Ryders putting up a great fight.
Yeah, and you can see Ace stays alive. P3 moves around, gets a shot down to help Flamesword. He's collapsing in from P side, and there's that team shot. Ace just shoots him one time in the ankles, picks up that kill, and make it a triple kill.
Oh, man, but he was not able to follow it up for the over, but it's okay. The triple kill, the damage has been done. No one can move on the blue side. This will give Status Quo opportunity to start to gain some ground here on Heretic.
Yeah, and it's a little bit of a rough position because Ryders, they're doing an amazing job, honestly, but they went down, was it 0-3 just to start it off, so you're already in such a rough spot to try to battle your way back in against some of these legends here that we have, competing. So when you find yourself in that situation, yeah, by no means are you out of it, but when you're already expected to lose and your potential or skill gap isn't quite as there, you can't let little things go by like those extra flag counts.
Looking around, Dallay has pulled the flag and sends it bottom mid. Looking on the status quo side, don't really see anyone making any plays for flag as well, but this is a very close game as Neighbor picks up a double kill. Now trying to secure another player who's going to be down low. Just needs to go and return that flag. Reestablish control here for status quo. Guy's actually going to be right in front of him. This is going to be Dallay, and Dallay wins that fight out, and he stays alive. He has some support as well.
Yeah, I told you that they are shooting well. They really, really are. I mean, this game probably should have been over a lot sooner, but I think there's a couple 1v1s that they should not have even come out ahead in that they're winning.
Well, they're running out of time as well, Kyle. You have 4 minutes left on the clock to really play around with, but still, you just cannot. Status quo is going to make you earn every single pull, every single cap. That is exactly what has happened thus far. Monixide, along with another player by P2, you have to be aware. And look at that, body stacked in mid. He doesn't secure that kill. He has a teammate for some follow-up on him. Oh, it doesn't matter. The double kill from Ace, looking for another. He's been hungry this whole game.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see the stat line at the end of this one. See the assists, see the total kills, kind of see, maybe flag grabs as well, kind of where we stand, because this is turning out to be quite a series. It is completely opposite of what we saw in the last one here with Talks.
Yeah, impressed with Ryders, but this could be the final run here for status quo where they end the game. Ace has the sword. Anyone who tries to push out is going to pay dearly on the P side. Flag is down and out for the time being, but you have 2 players stacked up inside of the base, and that is going to do it. Other player off of respawn, and GG. Game 1 goes to status quo 5-2, but very impressive from Ryders.
Yeah,
showing up.
Got to show some love to Ryders here. They had the challenge in front of them. Yes, they weren't able to come away with that first win, but they are rising to the occasion here. This is a match that should not have been close whatsoever, but they're still able to come out, show that they're not really flustered in the situation, and put up some serious stats against these guys.
Well, you were talking about the assist, Kyle, and I'm already like halfway through, and I'm already seeing 45 assists. What is that? 45, 65, and
wait, 20, 40, 60, yeah, 65, 83. 83, I want to say. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to say 83. Neighbor, 32 and 17. That's solid. You can see, 10 and 28. That's not the best stat line you want to have going into one of these games.
Well.
Yeah, but that's a little bit surprising that one guy was 10 and 28 and was only 5-2 in that situation, because you kind of would expect it to be a little bit more of a blowout. Yeah,
and again, I'm going to just give a ton of credit to Ryders. I think everyone kind of just counted them out, said, this is going to be another wash of a game. And while the score was 5-2 for status quo.
Can we get a bark for Ryders? Golden Boy?
Oh, wait, a bark for Ryders?
Yeah, DMX bark.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because Legion, he did the DMX thing. I thought it was coming to us a lot sooner, so I was like prepared to do my DMX bark.
He was talking up a big game, like he had this DMX bark you had in store.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad though.
It was okay. I feel bad for our audio guys because and this cable keeps. I don't want to kill it, but I felt bad for the audio guys because they told me, they were like, yeah, we had to put a lot of compressors on your voice, and I was like, well, I scream. That's just what I do. I yell and I talk about video games very loud, and it's fun, and I love my job.
But you're great at it though.
Oh, thank you so much. You are too.
Showing love.
This is it right here. Showing love. Showing enough. All right, so. It's going to be status quo taking Heretic, CTF 5-2. Pit Slayer up next, and Construct, King of the Hill. Then, if necessary, we have Onslaught, capture the flag, and then Narrows, Team Slayer. Pit Slayer, though, let's set our sights on that one and talk about what viewers should be expecting here, Kyle. Initial setups, how do you like to approach Pit Slayer?
I mean, Pit Slayer versus capture the flag on Pit. The main differences you see is the amount of times you're on bridge and sword versus pushing through like green and camo or long haul. In Capture the Flag, you really want to be spawning the enemy team in courtyard, but in Slayer, it's much easier to just flip the map and concentrate on killing spawners. And the reason it's so easy to do that is rather than some of the old newer Halos, you're always going to spawn on your side of the map, so you're able to take advantage of some of those situations, unlike you push it to the enemy team's base and then they're spawning in your own.
And that's literally what just happened here, folks. They pushed on the sword side aggressively. They're now starting to focus on anyone that's going to poke their head out. Ace will lead the charge with the sniper there, but he's actually going to take some damage and has to dial back here. He'll need his squad member to pick that one up, though.
Yeah, and that's Dallay. He's been just having a really good series so far. We're only, you know, obviously the second game in. Oh! And just as I say that, he misses that first snipe and gets punished for it, Golden Boy. Ace takes his face off, and now you can see the setup and the control. The push towards long on cam. Oh, yeah,
he
but
bounced back. That's the clapback
there.
right there. He's looking for another one. That's Monixide. He's going to have that sniper rifle, and he's going to pick up the status quo sniper rifle.
Yeah, he got a. Or did he stack? Yeah, I think he did stack that ammo.
Him.
Yeah, so you don't have as much as you might see. 8-7 is still very close. You can see status quo. They don't want to play this slow. They don't want to have a standoff. They want to be pushing in, stay aggressive, and really kind of just build upon those leads like we saw in that last series here. Unfortunately, you know, Ryders, they've got their own play in mind here.
Monixide pushes all the way around to the status quo sniperage. He's picking off players as he goes along. He has a couple more shots left in the sniper and a player looking to push him up, and Monoxide's going in for it. He wants to nail it, and he does! Monixide sends him packing on that play, but he falls immediately, and then Assault with a cheeky play on the other side of the base.
And actually, I don't know if he did stack that ammo because TimesKnight, he actually found himself a sniper rifle too. So they had both of them for a moment. It looks like he must have jumped over it. There was only one shot left. It looked like he did. He ran right over it. But nonetheless, that was a lead change. Tied back up again, but Ryders, they are coming out hot.
I am very impressed with this Ryders team, and that's going to give them the lead in this matchup. 16, now 16. Climax falls. TimesKnight knows exactly where that player is going to be housed at. Does he push it? They're actually going to focus on the custom, which is a much, much smarter play to be able to execute on here. They need to get this, and I think Dallay gets it.
I think it was
It was burned. So, okay, that's fine though, right? Keep it out of the hands of SQ. You burn it. Sure, you would have liked to have been able to use it in that play. It just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, the fact that you're able to be there and contesting it shows that you know exactly what you need to do to come in and win these games. They did not just, you know, fall apart and give up that overshield.
There's a guy right behind that wall there. He was just staying alive, dude. Very impressive, but a 4-kill lead for status quo currently. This game was neck and neck at one point, but now that Ace has the sniper rifle once again and the rest of the SQBRs are heating up, you're starting to see this lead peel a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, but we need to see these teams set up for the Rockets. They just dropped, and you can see Ace. He knows they're all in his base. Not able to connect on those shots, but I think he hit 2 people in the body. Either way, he's just trying to focus and make sure his team can lock down those Rockets, but I don't see anyone that went for them. I don't know what they're doing. They need to go for them.
I also want to point something out here. Assault, Ace, and Neighbor, all 3 of them have snipers currently. And then they managed to pick up the Rockets as well. I saw Neighbor with his sniper. I was like, wait a minute, my eyes deceiving me on our multiplayer? I saw 3 snipers at the same time. They have full power weapon control. Ace with that T2 combo. He's got the snipe. He's got, oh my word, and he's got the Rockets. They're clobbering them here. They're running away.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, it was 24-19, so you can see 2 kills to 11 kills. This is the midway point on the map where you really start to see teams pull away. If Ryders does not get this next overshield, it is going to be lights out for them.
Yeah, and good plays at the beginning of the game. Overshield's going to be coming up in a little bit. Just got to be mindful. Double kill from Dallay. Dallay has been a standout player in this game. Down by 12 currently. And Dallay takes the faces out. He only has 2 shots to work with, and that player was going to be so far up that it was an awkward angle to begin with. And they did, Ace gets the custom, and then he's gonna pick up the sniper, just get a couple more shots out of that thing. It's not really gonna have much more value besides 1 kill, which at this point in time is huge for them. 2 kills.
2 kills right there, 2 for 1.
Yeah, so hey, boom, that's what you want, 2 for 1. Just go for this. I was at a moment, I was like, are you crazy? But maybe, right?
Maybe I am.
Oh, the double kill from Ace.
Oh, he's looking for it, though. Nobody knows how to go for a clip better than Ace knows how to go for a clip. I like to think I taught him some of those skills.
Oh my, every time. It's always you giving yourself a pat on the back.
Well, I was the king of not letting other people get clips. You know, if
Fair
I
enough.
saw the enemy team, somebody got a double kill, I'm like, everyone hide. Don't give him the triple kill. I don't care if we lose the game. Don't give it to him.
Don't let him have that satisfaction. Flamesword has Mauler. Last kill in the game, and Flame's looking for him. He knows that he's going to be around here, but he have players that are just going to be stacked by training, and that is going to be a
doesn't know where it is.
Maybe,
Oh.
no. Okay, there you go. GG on game 2. Status Quo will win that one, 50-31. Ryders started off really well, but then they couldn't pick up after that.
Yeah, well, they had the lead at the 16 kill mark, and then they were very close up until 20, and then kind of just steamrolled out of control, which is actually weird because there was no, like, set of power weapons. I mean, I guess it was the first sniper spawn, that 1226 mark, that they started to see that lead start to be built, but really when they let that 10-minute OS go, they were set up for it. They had gotten the kills at bridge, but then somehow Ace comes in, grabs it, and then picks up a few kills. Yeah, so that was really kind of lights out. Like we said, they needed that.
And that just shows how powerful those power-ups are. If you're not paying attention to them, that's the game right there. You need to be mindful of that. Halo is a game of resources. Your power-ups, your power weapons, you have to keep track of these things. And then you talk about keeping track. Well, who's keeping track for Status Quo? It's Go Siami, one of the best to ever play the game. You know, got to give my boy Eric some credit. So they have a great coach up there that's guiding them to victory, and I think that also with the way that they play the game, the shots that they implement, their team shot, which is ridiculous to say the least. This squad has a lot of great tools at their disposal.
You're absolutely right. I mean, Go Siami, like, what an incredible player. Especially going back to 06, like, this was someone whose gameplay I watched, somebody I considered one of the best minds that we had in Halo. When he replaced Strongside on that Carbon roster and they came out and started beating Final Boss 3 times in a row, I mean, he was the deciding factor there. He was absolutely phenomenal at that period of time, the deciding factor between those two teams.
Yeah, well, now we're going to be moving on to Game 3, and they're going to need the deciding factor himself to shut this one out 3-0.
It's a good gamer tag, actually.
I know, right? The deciding factor.
Did I just make that
actually,
up?
like, can you
Did
imagine?
we just become best friends?
Totally. So Construct King of the Hill will be Game 3 here for Ryders and Status Quo. And, well, another game of control, and when I think of control, Status Quo, they live up to that. They are, wait for it, the Status Quo.
Oh, whoa.
You like that? That's good.
Mind blown.
I'm very satisfied with
You know what I've seen that's a little unusual is there have been 2 Hail to the Kings already this event. Something we never really even see during tournament play. A very hard medal to get, killing 5 people within the hill because you can't get out of the hill and kill anyone. It resets it.
Yeah.
So it's actually a difficult medal to get.
And yet we've seen a few of them so far. Maybe we'll see another one now, whether it comes from Ryders or Status Quo. I don't know, because Ryders seem to have some strong starts, but then they just don't have that follow-up, and then they end up falling to pieces. And I guess that's just the added pressure of going up against the pedigree of player that you're seeing on SQ.
Yeah, you can see them. I mean, they have it. They're consistent, but then end up falling off the wagon there. And as you can see, Assault, he had that sniper rifle, got a kill while he was in the hill, I believe, and then rotating away. Mid-gold, a terrible spot to be if the enemy team knows you're there, but if they don't know you're there, oh, it's a god spot to be.
Yeah, exactly. Just as you saw at that moment, Assault, that player saw the snipe shots, but he just wasn't, and he follows up with another kill on that guy who challenged him out of the ramp, and then he finds another one for the killing spree. Assault is on fire right now.
You're absolutely right. 50-0 now. So definitely the strongest game so far we've seen is absolutely this King of the Hill construct.
Oh,
That's
a double.
Gotta go for it.
Got it. I like how just my whole thing is like you got it. You got to go for it. So you're like, if it's happening to you on the fly, you hide. But if you're in that moment, you know, positioning be damned, you got to go for it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what are people going to remember? Like this construct game 5 years from now? No. That kill-tacular while falling off the map with the sniper? Oh, hell yeah, Golden Boy.
You're just going for the highlight plays. I appreciate it, man. I really do. They have all the power weapons. Status Quo, they have just everything. 3 down, everything working in their favor. There's really just nothing that Ryders can do on this first hill. And they've lost out on all of the points that they could gain here.
You're right. I mean, you know what I miss the most about Halo 3, I think? the flare.
Oh yeah.
Blinded by the light.
Yeah. Oh, you want the flare back?
I want the flare back.
So
Is
am I
that what
to
it was called
understand
though?
Yeah, it was
I
like
think it was.
the light flare or
Yeah,
whatever.
you throw it at him.
Well, because as a Dragon Ball Z fan, I just always looked at it as Tien's solar flare, you know?
Oh.
You chuck it in the air and then you blind everyone. And, you know, I one time I did that to my brother and surprised him. He didn't know, and his screen was like pretty bright at the time. Totally heard him. It was the best
Nice.
moment.
Nice.
You know, that's what we need. Solar flare and competitive. I think everyone else can agree with this.
Good news for Ryders is they're no longer goose-egged on this. We
Yes.
got 2 seconds.
2 points here, so they're not opening up a donut shop nor breadstick factory. They're just dropping a deuce. That's all they got currently.
What am I supposed to say in reply to that?
Well, I'm not. They're dropping 2. I'm not saying. Why is everyone taking everything I'm saying out of context? I'm not. You know, I was talking about moisture before. I was referencing cornflakes. Like, I mean, it was like pretty obvious, you know.
Right, I don't know why anyone would get that confused at all.
Yeah.
But as the new rockets come up, we're 110
Thank you for
seconds
getting us
up.
back on track.
Yeah,
here,
let's go
Tom.
back into the game. Ace has got that sniper. You know, like we said, oh nice. Steal that kill. Don't let the rocket guy have it. He did body connect here. Oh, not able to finish it off though.
I love it. Don't let him have it. Don't let the rocket guy have it. Just go for the kill. That's it.
Exactly.
You have no shield. Put your body out there.
Pad
It
your
doesn't matter.
stats. Pad the stats.
Well, see, he should have just went for it.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't pull the trigger there.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be mystery science theater for Halo, where like me and you just kind of critique everyone in like why they're not going for real plays, you know, like highlight real plays.
Exactly.
And he's your brother too, so I guess it's kind of okay for us to.
If you don't try to no-scope someone while jumping off the map at least once a game, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa.
Oh!
Oh, you just see red 3. Who's red 3? Assault took it.
Assault
Took the overkill.
Wow,
Gone. Kick
you
him.
hate to see it.
Kick him.
You expect it from your enemies, but you do not expect it from your teammates.
You're out.
Maybe another opportunity for Neighbor to pull up a nasty clip that can go on Twitter and get about 50,000 views. Maybe.
Was that
That's
a
double
2-for-1
kill?
with the sniper bounce shot? Did you see what I was saying?
No.
I don't know. It was
I didn't
happening
see
so
it.
quickly, I missed it, but it almost looked like that. I saw 2 shields break at almost the exact same time. But nonetheless, that was a perfectly executed OS charge.
Yeah.
There you saw you had all members of Ryders down bottom mid trying to secure this overshield, and Status Quo approached it as a team or as a unit, everyone charging at the same time, and went like, what, 4 for 1 or
And
something
they
in
literally
that
just
situation?
collapse on him, right?
Yeah.
Neighbor drops low, sends that nade out. That's going to just split people up, put some damage out. Then you just get the cleanup from there. Very well done from Status Quo. This teamwork, this coordination. If you are a team in this competition, you need to be fearful of this. And Neighbor, oh man, just again. And I like, and we don't have the face cam for Neighbor here, but you know, he's just so stoic in his gameplay, right? No reaction right now. He's living his best life.
Now, if this was 250 to 11, that would be something. 2 250s to 11 in back-to-back series. Maybe what we're looking at here.
So that is breadsticks.
Oh,
You know,
2
it's
breadsticks.
2 breadsticks. You know what I mean? So it's like a double breadstick factory.
Wow.
Opening up.
It's like stupid salad happy hour.
Super
Olive Garden.
Oh, hey man, when you're here, you're fan. You know, so you just gotta accept it.
Wow, 4 breadsticks now, Golden Boy.
Yeah.
What is this now?
No, that is Mega Garden. That's what that is. It's an Olive Garden times.
It's a Buca de
30.
Beppo.
It's a yeah. It's unlimited. It's unlimited food. That's
It's
what
family
that is.
style serving.
Yeah, it's fun for the whole family. Oh my word.
All right. Overshield is the next thing coming up. Let's bring it back in and
Reel it in,
concentrate,
reel it in.
reel it in on the overshield. And you can see they're kind of starting to set up low. You see you got Ace with a sniper rifle. We're back on board with Ace. You had Neighbor running around with a plasma pistol that'll come in real handy if they lose that OS push. But you only need 30 more points to close this one out.
Yeah, not really all that much that can go sour here with the way that Status Quo have been playing it. And Ryders, I'm a little disappointed, right? Not because, you know, they're getting outplayed here by a team that is very well practiced. They're shooting each other. You know, there's just like they
Flamesword got
clearly
scared for a second.
Yeah,
there.
he was like, whoa,
Forgot what color I am.
That happens to me all the time. But I think Ryders too, right? They gave it their all. In
Oh,
those
no.
first, oh
No.
no.
Dallay, you had such a good series. That's such a heartbreaking one.
Rough. That's rough.
Yeah, you lift up gold,
That's
and you
rough
don't
rider.
always think somebody's going to be standing right in front of you, but ends up turning his back and getting back smacked, turned over a full set of rockets. I don't even know if he got one off, but yeah, that's
I don't even think he needs to use it.
that's the nail in the coffin kind of situation there.
And look at this. I mean, who has rockets for this team? I think it's going to be Flamesword. Flame has rockets, and he's going to be expecting a few players around this corner here. As soon as he does, he's going to body him. That's one. Looking for another. Oh, doesn't get it. Puts the damage on him, though, so this is going to force him to have to back away.
Yeah.
It's TimesKnight. They clean it up, and they're going to drop him from getting... They're going to make him in a 50-point club here.
Yeah, I mean, no, that was just 3 dead, though. This is it. I mean, this is lights out. 45 seconds before that hill moves. You get 3 dead here, 4 Ryders. They got to try to break the top setup again. You got Neighbor pushing down on a flank. Finish off these kills. Pad the stats. 1 or 2 more here before this one ends.
Oh.
Jumping out of the hill with 2 seconds left.
No.
Make sure you don't die here.
Imagine